Hey there folks, welcome back to another part of my thing where I am making a robot Tetris announcer. Last time we introduced my system of game analyzers and I showed you how they worked, and we easily made a new one. They work together, not against each other, which is great. One analyzed the score, we had one analyzing Tetrises, one analyzing the level, and another one analyzing whether you're playing or not. And they were all working together, and we outputted text to a text file, and we brought that into OBS. And we saw that as I was playing, the text changed, which was great, but it's not a robot announcer. So what I want to do today, our analyzers aren't yet smart enough to do anything exciting with, but I really want to get the speech part of it solved. And this is where we're going to get a divergence of philosophy from what I've been doing up until now. So what I've been doing up until now is writing this program in .NET Core 3.1. Let's just open it up. In .NET Core 3.1, so we can run it on Windows, we can run it on Linux. For some reason I had a Mac, I could run it on a Mac. I don't know why I'd ever have a Mac. But anyway, those are all things that could happen. It's cross-platform. The problem with speech synthesis is that there's no native way to do it inside of .NET Core. Now, old Windows libraries, .NET Framework, have it built in, because I think you can turn speech into, or text into speech in like WordPad or something. I can't even remember. And I'm not even going to know. I don't even care to know. Anyway, so that's built into Windows, but it's not available in Linux. And so it's not available in .NET Core, which is cross-platform. So we're going to take a divergence here, because my ultimate goal was to send this off to Amazon Poly using AWS, and because I liked the sound of the voices, and I'm sure the speech synthesizer in Windows is not nearly as good, but that's like, we may very well end up doing that, and that would be a cross-platform solution, which is great. But I want my robot to talk now. So we're going to make him talk in Windows, and it's going to be fine. It's just going to be a project. I think we're going to have to make an entirely new project for it. We'll see if a .NET Framework project can be referenced. Oh shoot, I don't know if it can. If it can be referenced by .NET Core. I need coffee. Anyway, there are hacks to get this to work in .NET Core using PowerShell, which I'd like to do only as a last resort. So let's begin. What was I doing here? Why is this different? Why does that have a... Oh, I have to remember to increase my font. $12 was good, and this can go up like that. My is playing. What did I change here? Compare with unmodified. Oh yes, I was actually testing this out, and this was actually something that I've discovered was a good thing to do. So if I'm not playing, but I was, what I did was I erased the text in the text file so that in OBS it would erase. That was kind of nice. I enjoyed doing that, and I think that's a reasonable thing to do. The other change I made was to the app settings, because I was actually streaming to Twitch. So we're going to bring back the 2288. It's just where it's positioned on the screen when I'm streaming versus where I'm recording is slightly different. As you can see, 48 pixels off. So there's that. Okay, I'm going to... Sorry, I should have done this earlier. If you can hear that noise in the background, it's my coffee maker. It should be stopping soon. What did I do last time? Analyzers work, get at done. Okay. I know exactly what happened there. Okay, we'll do this. Sorry about that. That's left over from last time. Okay, this is good. So now we have, this is what I want to use right here. Speech synthesizer class. This is in .NET Framework 8. I wonder if it's in .NET Framework 4.7 as well. Yes, it is. It's in all of them. There's different voices that we can have, and let's just see if we can actually have a .NET Framework project be referenced by a .NET Core project. So let's close all of my stuff and do this. This is my projects. This game analyzer is a .NET Standard 2.1 project. This is the main executable, which is .NET Core 3.1. We're going to make a new project, and this is going to be a .NET Framework library. So let's do that. Sure, 472. And we're going to call this Tetris Robot Announcer. That's dumb. That's not following any conventions whatsoever. Tetris Speak. If I can spell speak right. You know what? No. Text to speech. That's a little better. So this will create a .NET Framework class right next to my .NET Core classes. But what? All right. So let's make a, so we got class here. Let's just make a, I don't know, test object. Okay, this is what it is. And it's got an integer ID as a property. And it's going to have a constructor, which brings in an ID and says ID equals ID. Sure, let's do that. Totally unnecessary. But this is .NET Framework. In my game analyzer, let's go to the is playing analyzer. And can I say var test equals new test object 5? Now, can I do this? Add reference. No. It's not going to let me do it because it's going to say, you know what? I can't do it because it's .NET Framework. Okay, well, that's fine. We can do this guy's hack. I didn't like the hack, but that's okay. Let's remove this project. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into into here and remove it from there so we don't see it anymore ever. So we're going to add a new project again. This time we will I think this might have to be .NET Core. Why do I have... Why do I have a visual... What in the world is happening to me? There we go. Okay, this is Tetris text to speech. Next. And yeah, we'll use .NET Core. Okay, so now this will work. But time for this guy's hack. So let's find it on YouTube because that's where I found it before. YouTube.com. Let's do it. In my library, this guy uses PowerShell in the back end to basically start a PowerShell process and use the DLL file directly. And this is his hack. And so he's typing this out and it's got no sound whatsoever. Anyway, he's got his GitHub repo here. And so we're gonna open this up. This is his hack. So what I'm gonna do, yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is close this. We're gonna take his code, we're gonna put it into our project, and then we'll see how to use it. Okay, but first off, I want to make, I'm gonna get rid of this class. Let's make a nice interface. Something that we can get behind. Add a new class. We're gonna call this an I speak text. I text to speech. I text to speech. This is an interface. And we're going to have, now this will be, is it going to be a task? What is his stuff? No, his is just an execute. Just, okay, we'll make it a void, say text, and string text. Boom, that's it. That's what we got. And then we'll add a new class and we'll say text to speech. Okay. We'll implement text to speech. And now in here is where we're going to do his stuff. So this is what he's got. We're going to copy it all. I think that is right. All right, and we're going to get some squiggly lines. So let's get rid of these squiggly lines. That's good. That's good. So he's using an inner function here, which is a function that's, or a method or function that's only available to this sayText method, which, since it's the extreme bulk of everything, I'm not sure why. I don't really like that. I'm going to take that out. We're going to do this. Just making a private method. I can see if you had like 17 private methods that were only ever used in one place each, you would maybe go around and use inner functions, but so just cursory look at this code. Oh yeah, we don't, he's got, process wait for exit. I'm gonna have to see what this does. You know what, let's bring that back, but let's always wait for exit at this point. Okay, so what he's done is he's got some PowerShell. He's adding a type, an assembly name, system speech. That's grabbing the DLL file from the Windows system. Speak equals new object as a speech synthesizer. So we're essentially just newing up one of these things in PowerShell, even though we don't have the ability to get it directly from .NET Core. We're basically using a different runtime, saying, hey, PowerShell, do this thing, make this object for me, and then run this method, speak this text. So the way this happens, so that's the command string. That gets passed into the execute command, and the path, I guess what has to happen, from what I can tell, is that in order to run a PowerShell script, you need to save it? Why can't you just run a inline PowerShell command? Why do you have to save it to a file? Maybe that's part of the hack. Maybe you can't run PowerShell directly through .NET Core. It's, now that I say it, I feel like, of course you can't. Anyway, okay, so we create a path here. We're making a temporary path. So this will be like my temp folder. And then we're creating a new GUID just for, you know, we need a unique file name that's never been used, and that's a good throwaway name. So we're just going to create a new GUID. And then we're going to tack on the PS1, and we're going to write stuff to it. Streamwriter, what's that false? Append. To completely overwrite anything that's there. I already see this might be an issue when we try and get multiple things to speak. We write the command to the file. So now the file has this command in it. Then we want to run PowerShell directly. We don't want to create a window. That's nice. Execution policy bypass file. And the path. The hidden. And we start and we wait. So what I'm going to do, I think I've got the desktop audio hooked up to OBS. And it's coming out of my headphones, so I want to see this. So let's see if this even works. I have my suspicions that it might not. This is our main method for the whole program, if you remember. We make an analyzer and we run the analysis, which just puts us into this loop that we saw last time. So instead of doing this, now when I run it, we shouldn't get anything, right? This should just start and stop right away. Good. Okay, so let's see if this can talk. So text to speech, unbelievable. Say text. Okay. Var speak. Why am I spelling speak? New text to speech. we're going to add a reference. Oh, shoot. You know what? My class name is part of the namespace. It's the same thing, and that's getting confusing for the compiler. So let's rename text to speech. Speak. Text speaker. Sure, whatever. Yes. Text speaker. Okay. Let's go back to here, and we'll say text speaker. Here we go. Okay, so we've created a new one, and now we're going to speak.sayText. Hi, this is a test. Okay, ready? Ready for this? Awesome. Let's see it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. What is my path? Let's open this file up that we are making. Let's close all. Oh, right, it doesn't exist yet because we haven't written it. So let's do this, this, this. Now it should be written. There's nothing there. Guys, there's nothing here. B5C. That's my file. So I think there's a little bit of an issue here. Because I kind of think he needs to do this. I think that's what he wants to do. Let's put a breakpoint right there. Okay, so we're going to get this new path. Oh, no, it's there. Okay.
Hi, this is a test.
Okay, that's okay, dude. Your code is broke, but okay, that's fine. We fixed it. So the issue is in this using. A C# using statement says, open this stream, do this stuff, close the stream. If you don't close the stream, all that text is stored in the buffer and it's not writing to the file. You have to close the stream before you can use it. So, okay, that's great. So we can... Okay, so
Hi, this is a test.
hi, test. Okay. Does it work if I have an exclamation mark?
Hi, this is a test.
No, so the punctuation really doesn't do anything. And that's why I kind of wanted to use AWS, because I think they're a lot more intelligent, but
Tetris.
all right. So this will work. This will work just fine. Okay. Oh no! Another very important thing to figure out is how does it handle numbers?
Score is now 145,098.
Okay, you're a bit, yeah. Can you do percentages?
Score is now 65%.
Oh, perfect. Okay, folks, that's done. So this is a Windows-only solution, this text-to-speech project. While it will compile on Linux, and you can even run it on Linux, it's not going to do anything, because in the back end, it's doing Windows-specific things, as you can see. Anyway, that's okay. We're on Windows for the time being, and probably for the foreseeable future. Okay, so now we can say words. Let's go to our game analyzers. Let us start. This is playing. Okay, so we're not going to write text to files anymore. That's not a thing. Let's go back to the text to speech. Every time we execute a command, we're creating a new path. So what I said earlier is actually incorrect. We're not going to clash. Every text that it says is going to create a brand new file. So that's great. I'm happy about that. Okay, good. So let's do the is playing. In this time, we are going to, and see, this is where the task side of this comes in, because when we speak a text, we're going to be waiting. So let's, we're going to go private what did I call it? Text to speech. Private read only. Speak. Okay, we're going to add a reference here. What's wrong? Because this is the .NET standard. And this is .NET Core 3.1. Does it have to be .NET Core 3.1? You know what, let's see if it has to be. Let's make it .NET standard. I don't think it has to be .NET Core anymore. Okay, let's do this. I want to go back here Let's make sure it can still talk.
Hey there.
Okay, yes, it can still talk. Okay, so we're good there. We're gonna do this. Now that this is a .NET standard, we should be able to there we go, reference it from our project. Public is playing analyzer. Text to speech. Speak. So I'm not sure how to register this thing. Speak equals speak. Like, is playing is a single instance. The text to speech is probably I just want a new one every time I ask for it, because nothing much is. Yeah, let's. I'm going to register it. I'm going to register it as a transient or whatever that's called in AutoFac. Registration module. Let's do this. I can never remember. It's a module with that. There we go. Okay, this is AutoFac actually. So let's go ahead and bring in AutoFac. So AutoFac, come on. Sorry, folks. I'm doing it. I got this. There we go. Okay, so now we got AutoFac in here. Let's register this using AutoFac. Good. So builder.register type, and we're going to register our text speaker, and as implemented interfaces, and it's instance per dependency. Everyone gets its own. It's not a big deal. Okay, perfect. Now we have to make sure that when we register everything, we are going to be registering our text to speech registration module. Okay, so that's good. We're registering that. I'm just doing okay. Okay, now we got that. So now we have this, and now we have that, and now we're speaking. And so now what we're going to do, if previous is playing is not equal to current is playing, and I'm tired of writing out current state, that seems so superfluous. So let's just do state. If state.current.is playing, then we're going to say something like new game starting at level. We should state.current.level. We should get the level in there. Else, this is if we've stopped, then we're going to say speak.sayText. Game is done at state.current. Actually, state.previous.score. And actually, this should be, yeah. Because if we've topped out and we've gone to the rocket ship screen, that is not, the level information is gone. We have to look at the previous screenshot. So this is going to tell us that. Okay. But what I want to do now, what's going to happen is this thing is going to run. It's going to say this text and it's going to wait. And the thing is, I don't want it to wait. I want to keep going because as soon as this is done, I can start analyzing the other parts like the Tetris and the score. So I don't want this to halt here, but this is a void method. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say task run. And now let me look at that. That's, yeah, that's all right. So we're going to say that text. I don't know why I wouldn't make say text a task. You know, for our purposes, I think we can make it a task. No. No, no, let's do this. It's just a little more. If I make say text a task, we're going to lose the ability to. We're not going to lose any ability. This is more verbose, though. This is like, oh, okay, hold on. I'm looking for verbose. I want someone to look at this and say, I know this is happening asynchronously, so why don't I just rename this? Done. We're going to go back into it, and we're going to instead make this a task. We're going to go in here, and we're going to task. And in here, we're going to go task.run. Okay. Okay, so basically, we need this to be a task because I want to run it on another thread. Okay, let's go up. I'm not doing a very good job at explaining things today, but that's okay. All right, so this should do for us what we want it to do. It's going to say new game starting at level this. And then game is done at this. So let me fire up my Nintendo. I'll turn that on. We're gonna do this one. Check, 1, 2. I do have to bring in this. My Tetris screen is all screwed up. Colors are wonky. Oops. All of my cords are... Oh, I see. I'm sitting on them. That's why. Okay, so we got this. I'm going to run this. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm getting an issue with the whole thing. What's wrong? Reduced image. Oh, something's not right here. Shoot. Did I? I'll go back to my desktop here. This is what I'm getting when I try and run this. Oh, now it's okay. Cannot have a width or height equal to 0. That's kind of strange.
New game starting at level 61.
Thanks, but no. What's wrong? Okay, folks, something's wrong with my analyzer. So what I'm going to have to do is we're going to have to come here. I'm not sure what's happening. Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot. So, there we go. Okay, we're going to go back to here. Yeah, so sometimes it's looking at the wrong place on the screen for the Tetris, but I thought I had this fine, but that's okay. So I outputted my OBS screen. Let's open this up with GIMP. And we're going to see what that pixel is at the top. I don't know what's different. I didn't do anything different. So what is this pixel here? This is like 369.68. And 369 plus 1920 because it's 2289. It's on my right monitor, so you have to go over 1920. Where's my app settings here? 2288 is fine. That's what I was using before. Oh, wait a second. No, I remember. This is what I'm trying to use. I might lose audio, but just... This is what it's looking at. Oh no, I'm not losing audio. Okay. I had it in the wrong scene. So let me do that. Okay. I think that's okay. So I was looking at the wrong scene, and my Tetris field was different size. Okay, let's run our Tetris tools now. Okay, ready? So we should be seeing the text still scroll like it normally does, but we're not going to have game starting and game ending. That's going to be replaced by the robot announcer.
New game starting at level -1.
No. At level -1. Okay, let's top out.
Game is done at 651.
Okay, let's fix that -1 issue. But this is awesome. I think it's a problem with string interpolations. Let me go back to the desktop here. So this is the string, and I thought we were Yeah, I thought we were doing this, figuring this out, and then passing it into the string, and then passing it into the say text. But I'm wondering if because this is a task or something where this is not being properly defined until later, or resolved until later. So let's say var text equals. Let's try and do this here outside of that, and then we can do that. Let's see if that works. So let's go back to this one and start this up. Okay, here we go.
New game starting at level 15.
There we go. New game starting at level 15. Okay, that's fantastic. Oh, let's.
Game is done at 16.
Game is done at 16. Oh, folks, this is fantastic. I'm elated right now. Okay, let's go back to desktop. Oh yes, and not sure that. Anyway, that's okay. We're moving right along here. So we can do that in the is playing. Now the is playing goes to the Tetris. Now what I really want to do with the Tetris is instead of just say Tetris, I want to say like fancy stuff like boom Tetris or bazinga or, you know, funny Tetris sounding things. But I also, in addition to that, I want to give the Tetris rate percentage. So we're going to have the Tetris analyzer keep track of the Tetrises. That's something we can do. So we're going to private int. I'll just go back in time for a minute and remember our statistics analyzer. Not the statistics analyzer, our model, our game model. This was kind of something I thought we were going to use more, but now that I kind of see it, I don't I think our analyzers can take care of most of this stuff. But I had a Tetris rate property here that I was calculating every time we updated the screen. And that's okay. And it worked for our old purposes, but for our new purposes, I mean, we're going to use the same formula here. That's fine. But we're just going to do this all in the Tetris analyzer. So, private int number of Tetrises equals 0. Okay. If we get a Tetris, we're not going to write this to the file anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to say number of Tetrises. We're going to increase the number of Tetrises. And then we're going to do Tetris rate equals, and we're going to dump this here. Actually, let's call this Tetris count. That's a lot nicer of a name. So Tetris count. And we're going to say current. Again, I'm going to rename current state to just state. State.current.lines. Okay, so that's our Tetris rate. And then we're going to text equals let's do get here. Get Tetris sound. Comma, Tetris rate now, or Tetris rate at Tetris rate percent. Okay, that's our text. You say, what does get Tetris sound? Well, this is a string. And we're going to create a private list Tetris sounds equals new list. And this is going to be stuff like boom, bazinga, bing, wowzers, stupid stuff like that. Okay, so we've got all these things, and then we're just going to return Tetris sounds dot. I think I need a randomizer here. Private random R&D equals new random. We need some random numbers. Okay. Var sound index equals, we're going to make a 0. The exclusive that is less than the maximum. No, what I want is this one. The inclusive lower bound, so 0. The exclusive upper bound, so that's Tetris sounds dot count. Okay, and then we're going to return Tetris sounds dot sound index. There we go. So this will just get randomly one of these lists of things. We're going to dump that in there. Tetris rate add. Boom. You're done. Done. Okay. Let's do this. I'm going to switch over to here. And then we're going to run Tetris. And now we're going to play some level 15 and get some Tetrises.
New game starting at level 15.
Whoops. Now I need some Tetrises or else I'm going to be looking like a fool. Here we go. Hey. Why didn't it say anything? You guys? Oh.
Game is done at 28,585.
Yeah, thanks. Because I generated the text, but I never spoke the text. Oh, and I don't even have, okay, private I text to speech. Speak. I'm not ready for this. Okay, public Tetris analyzer. So one thing I could do is I could make a base game analyzer have a text-to-speech. I'm not sure if I really want to do that though. These can all get read-only modifiers. Okay, we're gonna... That might be a nice cleanup thing. Okay, speak equals speak. Speak, say text. Text, do it. Okay, so I'm going to go to this screen here. Run this. Okay, so now it should speak text to me whenever I... That level stuff is crazy. Now at level 90? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, here we go.
New game starting at level -1.
Ah! It's -1. I wonder why that's the case.
Boom, Tetris rate at 80%. Wowzers, Tetris rate at 88%.
That is a wonderful thing.
Wowzers, Tetris rate at 80%.
That's perfect. This is actually working out very nicely. I want to get one more Tetris here. Come on, give me another Tetris. Okay, here we go.
Bing, Tetris rate at 36%.
36%. Oh no. Oh, that's fantastic. I just want to play with this forever. But we're not done yet.
Wowzers, Tetris rate at 35%.
35%. I'm hoping you can hear that. I really do. I've never really done a whole lot with desktop audio and OBS before, but I did some tests and it was working, I think. So, okay, I should stop my game. Let's stop my game. We'll let it go out.
Game is done at 133,038.
All right, so we have a robot telling us the Tetrises when we're starting. That level stuff, I just don't understand. But that's okay. Okay, so this is fine. And actually, I never really thought this was going to be the case, but the analyzer is actually keeping track of the statistics. I thought I was going to have to keep track of the statistics in some kind of other external model and pass that around to the analyzers. But this is not so difficult, and you can add whatever you want here. Oh my goodness. You know, stuff like that. And, you know, we can have good Tetris sounds and bad Tetris sounds based on the Tetris rate. So if it's like under 30%, you go, whew, you know, not so great, or, you know, whatever. So this is playing, that's the Tetris. So how about the score? So the score is now. I don't want to give a score update on every score change, because that's gonna like drive me nuts. So my first thought is to update the score after I pass a 100,000 point threshold, maybe. Come on, I gotta get my text to speech here. So let's actually make it a threshold equals 20,000. Well, let's make it, 40,000. We'll make it 40,000, whatever. If we're greater than the current score. So if we've, you know, increased our score, then what we're going to do is, and again, I'm going to rename this to states. The idea is that if our score changed, we'll check to see if the previous score so basically if I'm at 39,000 and then I'm at 40,000 and the next time I'm at 41,000, I want to give a score update, but not between 41 and 43. So I'm going to do the modulus operator. And if the previous score, mod threshold, is less than the current score, mod threshold. So the modulus operator gives the remainder. No. This is not what I want. Not the modulus operator. I want to do the division. Just straight integer division. These are both integers. So when you divide an integer by an integer, you're going to get your decimals tossed away. So 39,000 divided by 40,000 is 0. 41,000 divided by 40,000 is 1. 79,000 divided by 40,000 is, in real life, 1.9 whatever, but it's going to be 1. And so we're only going to give the score updates when we hit that threshold. Then our text is going to be very simply, score is now score. That can be that. Let's bring in this. Okay. And then we're going to speak, say text, text, we're done. Excellent. Okay, so let us go to here and let's push that start button and press that play button and see what happens. So the text is not really going to say much. In fact, I'm just going to hide it because that's not what we're doing right now. So let's do this.
New game starting at level 15.
So now every time I pass 40,000 points, I should get a score update.
Boom. Tetris rate at 100%. Basing got Tetris rate at 100%. Bing. Score is now Tetris rate at 1,754.
There we go. So that is an issue. They both tried to talk at the same time. That's funny. So let me go back past the next threshold without a Tetris, which is very hard to do. So let's get me a double. Actually, that's too hard to do.
Score is now 84,710.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's interesting. We don't want, and now you're just going to see me play a bunch of, okay. So that's, we had to fix that.
Game score is now 86,888.
What was that all about? Why did it say the score? Huh. Okay, that's interesting. So that's a little bit of an issue. Oh man, we're already over an hour. Okay, I think this is actually a good place to stop. It's working. It actually works. So we do have this issue where we've got two things being spoken at the same time, which is not good. So one of them is going to have to, trump the other. Obviously, a Tetris is going to trump a score update. But maybe I don't want to trump it. Maybe I just want to say, like, put it into a queue, saying, the next time you get a chance, speak this text. Don't do it all at the same time. So, but that's for next time. I think we've got ourselves a good chunk here where we can say we've accomplished some really cool things. So we will continue fixing things up next time. So have a good day, and we'll see you next time.